New analysis says Iran has adapted its missile tactics, increasing pressure on U.S. and Israeli air defense systems. Analysts say the Kheibar Shekan has evolved through repeated combat use, with changes aimed at improving battlefield effectiveness. Recent assessments suggest Iran is using each missile exchange to refine launch timing, trajectories, and terminal attack tactics. Analysts say Tehran has turned its missile campaign into a continuous learning process against advanced Western air defenses. The evolving missile strategy has fueled concerns that Iran is improving its ability to challenge layered missile defense networks. Iran's Kheibar Shekan ballistic missile has emerged as a key weapon for testing U.S. and Israeli air defense networks during recent conflicts. Analysts said Tehran has turned virtually every missile launch into a battlefield learning exercise to improve future operations. Repeated launches have helped Iran refine missile trajectories, attack timing, and terminal maneuvers against defended targets. The evolving missile campaign has continued testing the capabilities of Patriot, THAAD, and Arrow air defense systems. Kheibar Shekan overview. Kheibar Shekan is a medium-range ballistic missile developed by Iran's IRGC Aerospace Force. The missile has a reported operational range of around 1,450 kilometers. It uses a single-stage solid-fuel propulsion system for faster launch readiness. The missile is launched from road-mobile transporter-erector launcher vehicles. Iran officially introduced the Kheibar Shekan into service with the IRGC Aerospace Force in 2022. Warhead and flight features. The missile reportedly carries a warhead weighing between 450 and 600 kilograms. It is believed to use satellite-assisted navigation to improve strike accuracy over long distances. Reports say the missile features a maneuverable re-entry vehicle designed to complicate interception. Its lightweight composite construction helps improve performance while reducing overall missile weight. The solid fuel design also allows significantly faster launch preparation than liquid fuel ballistic missiles. Solid fuel propulsion enabled rapid launches, while mobile transporter launchers reduced the risk of pre-strike detection. Truck-mounted launchers also allowed Iran to disperse missile units across concealed and difficult-to-target locations. Operational impact. The missile is primarily intended to target Israel, Gulf states, and U.S. military bases across the region. Iran has paired ballistic missiles with drones to overwhelm and saturate layered air defense networks. Analysts said the combination is designed to expose weaknesses by forcing defenders to engage multiple threats simultaneously. The strategy aims to increase interceptor consumption while reducing the effectiveness of defensive missile shields. Iran also combined ballistic missiles with drones to complicate defensive radar tracking and engagement priorities. Mixed salvos forced air defense operators to divide interceptors between slow-moving drones and high-speed ballistic missiles. Analysts said the tactic increased operational pressure by compelling repeated use of expensive interceptor missiles. Donald Trump reportedly held back from a major escalation against Iran as Pentagon concerns over missile stockpiles grew, the New York Times reported. According to the New York Times, dwindling Patriot interceptor inventories became a major factor shaping White House deliberations on further military action. Chairman of the Joint Chiefs General Dan Kane reportedly warned that another large-scale war with Iran could strain U.S. air defense capabilities across the region. Kane reportedly told officials that expanding operations against Iran could reduce Patriot missile coverage protecting U.S. forces under CENTCOM. The reported concerns over air defense readiness ultimately became a key factor in President Trump's decision-making on possible further escalation. Meanwhile, U.S. Central Command said the American naval blockade against Iran remained fully enforced across the Strait of Hormuz. CENTCOM said U.S. forces redirected 12 commercial vessels that allegedly attempted to bypass the blockade on July 25. The U.S. military said 2 commercial ships were disabled after they ignored repeated warnings and failed to comply with blockade instructions. CENTCOM also said American forces boarded 2 commercial vessels to verify compliance with blockade enforcement measures in the Gulf. According to CENTCOM, a Comoros-flagged tanker was cleared after inspection, while another vessel was disabled for failing to comply. Statement by U.S. CENTCOM said, and I quote, "The U.S. naval blockade against Iran remains in full effect. As of July 25, CENTCOM has redirected 12 commercial vessels trying to run the blockade." disabled 2 that didn't comply, and boarded 2 to ensure total compliance. Earlier today, U.S. forces completed a verification boarding aboard Comoros-flagged MT Charmana in the Arabian Sea, and the tanker is now continuing its journey. CENTCOM forces disabled Mozambique-flagged MT Levine in the Gulf of Oman, July 24, after the crew attempted to violate the blockade multiple times and ignored repeated warnings. The ship is no longer transiting to Iran. Unquote. As missiles continue flying thick and fast between the United States and Iran, Donald Trump is reportedly preparing an entirely new military mission behind the scenes. Trump is reportedly weighing a high-risk special operations mission aimed at seizing Iran's stockpile of enriched uranium before it can be moved elsewhere. The stunning details of Trump's potential next operation against Iran were revealed in a report published by the New York Post on July 25. The proposed American operation would reportedly require thousands of troops to secure, occupy and control Iran's heavily fortified nuclear facilities. Among the primary targets on Washington's list are the strategic nuclear sites at Isfahan, Fordow and the deeply buried Pickaxe Mountain Complex. Objective: seize and secure Iran's enriched uranium stockpiles before they can be relocated, concealed, or potentially weaponized. Mission type: a large-scale special operations raid supported by conventional military forces and extensive logistical coordination. Ground force: thousands of troops would reportedly be deployed to capture, secure and hold multiple nuclear sites simultaneously. Primary tasks: clear access routes, breach fortified entrances and neutralize explosive traps before specialist teams move inside. Special operations: elite units would spearhead the mission by locating, securing and extracting sensitive nuclear material from underground facilities. Engineering support: military engineering teams would clear damaged structures, remove obstacles and create safe access through heavily fortified complexes. Security: a layered defensive perimeter would be established around every captured site to repel counterattacks and protect the operation. Extraction: heavily guarded military convoys would transport the recovered nuclear material from the facilities to designated airfields for evacuation. Air requirement: the entire mission would depend on complete control of the air corridor to ensure uninterrupted troop movements and safe extraction. The proposed Special Operations Force would reportedly include SEAL Team SIXS Silver Squadron, along with the U.S. Army's 2nd Ranger Battalion. The U.S. Army's 21st Ordnance Company would reportedly be tasked with securing, handling and transporting any enriched uranium recovered during the operation. However, the biggest challenge for the U.S. military would be carrying out such an operation deep inside Iran's hostile and heavily fortified nuclear complexes.